welcome back everybody. We are going to put our train animation together. So it's going to actually end up looking like this. There he is, peeping out over the side. Basically a bunch of orange squares and rectangles, and then I'm going to show you how to put some motion on it. Put this back. So what you need to do is create a new layer and call it train. And then I'm not going to do it for you, it's just a case of, the rectangle with no line, and then I've got orange, and that would be it. And then if I pull these apart, I'm going to leave you to do them. You see there's one part of a train, there's another, there. That's how the train was composed. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but make your own train. But it was done through a variety of rectangles, so you might want to stop the movie and go do that. And I'm going to delete all of these. I'm going to lock all my layers. I grab everything, delete this guy, and then when you're finished with your train, you're going to group it all together, or at least grab all of your bits, and then you're going to convert it to a symbol. And it could be a graphic symbol, but I make everything movie symbols right now. And once you've done that, there you have it. So then we're going to start looking at the wheels. I'll pause. Okay, so my wheel, pause. So I'm going to what is mine is going to be yellow with no line. I personally do no line. Now I would thoroughly recommend that you work outside here. I'm going to grab it's not a rectangle, oval tool. Recommend do not be tempted to touch the train body, because the wheel will become attached to it. So work out in the gray here, and I hold the shift key and I get myself a nice little wheel. Okay, and then I just do a line. So I'm going to get rid of a fill, no fill, and my line is going to be red and maybe 3, but play around. And then I'm going to draw, and again I hold the undo. I forgot to say I want this. I want line tool N. Sorry, I was still on circles. And I hold the shift key down and I get a nice straight line. And then I'm going to do the same. There we are. So far so good. Alright, we're going to make the wheels go round and round, round and round. So what I do is I double click. I'm going to get the selection tool. And you can see right now we're in scene 1. I have to make this a symbol, don't I? Modify, convert to symbol, and I'm going to call it wheel. I'm going to call it wheel 2. This time it has to be a movie clip. It cannot be a graphic. It must be a movie clip, because movies animate. The wheels are going to go round and round. Okay, so I double click once it's a wheel movie clip. Double click, and now you see we're scene 1. Now we're in wheel 2. And we can keep going inside it. This is where we're going to have it animating. This is oh yeah, you'll see this is the name of the animation. So, and you can always click on scene 1, look to go back to it. There's your scene again. Double click. We are inside the animation. Now let's make the wheel go round. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to click on the 5th frame in the timeline of the movie clip. I'm going to go right click, insert keyframe, which is F6. Okay, and then I'm going to go up to modify, transform, and it's going to be rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. There, it moved a little bit. Right click. I'm going to do this several times. Include on 10, insert the keyframe, modify, transform 90 counterclockwise, right click, insert keyframe, modify, transform, rotate 90, counterclockwise, right click, insert keyframe, modify, transform, rotate 90 counterclockwise. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to click on frame 1, I hold the shift key and I click on frame 20, alright, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to create a motion tween, so it goes round and round and round, round and round, and watch the playhead. It didn't work. It didn't work. Let's forget that motion tween. We are going to forget the motion tween. This is working. I'm going to go back to scene 1. I'm going to drag this, put it onto here, hit Control Enter, and he's going round and round, round and round, round and round. But I decided that he's going far too slowly, so I'm going to click and I'm going to take frame 5 and I'm going to drag it back to maybe frame 2. I click, I let go of the mouse, and then I can move it back. I click and click. Let's see what that does. Back to scene 1. Yeah, that goes faster, doesn't it? We are kind of moving. I didn't like it. It looked too jerky, so I've got it. Sorry, I might cut this out, but anyway, I've got my keyframes on 5, 10, 15, and 20. And then I do right click and I click on motion tween for each one. Right click, motion tween. Right click, motion tween. Right click, motion tween, which you can't quite see, but that's where it is. So when I scrub the playhead along, you see it moving around there. And then I go to scene 1. I'm going to move this in to place. This is my wheel animation. I'm going to have 4 wheels. 1, 2, 3. I'll kind of line them up. This looks real jiggly. Control Enter to play. There he goes. Okay. And then what we've got to do is to actually get the motion tween whereby, look, the train actually moves across like that. So that's what we'll do next. So to do that, okay, we've got the train, we've got the wheels that move around. Then what I'm going to do, I'll make sure that all of my layers are locked, and I'm going to grab the whole thing and I'm going to go modify, convert to symbol, and I'm going to call this animated train, for instance, movie clip, and then OK. So far so good. Okay, so what we're going to do, we double click to get inside the animated train. We're going to move the train on the railway tracks off stage, okay, and then, so this is, make sure you're, well, obviously you're on the first frame position, so the train is on the far right, and then we're going to go up onto frame 60, and we're doing same frame 60 because this is 12 frames per second, and we want the animation to take 5 seconds. So I'm going to go right click and we're going to insert a keyframe, and then we're going to drag the train and push him off onto the other side. And off he goes. And then I go right click, create motion tween. And now if I scrub through the playhead, I'm going to go to frame 1. And then choo 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 choo. Off we go. Then I go back to scene 1. Let's test that. Control Enter. Please work. Oh yay. Oh yay, 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 yay. Fabulous. Okay. Now what we're going to do is put your name on it. A new name. I'm going to lock train. This is going to be name. So it's your work that comes in. Okay, I'm going to type my name. And I could make this a bit bigger. I needed to highlight it first, and I've got everything except struggle, struggle. And I probably want white for me. This is McLean. There we are. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this animating. So I modify, grab it. Alright, modify, convert to symbol, my name, movie clip, we're going to be animating it a little bit. Then I double click inside it, and then I want it to flash different colors. So I'm going to right click, insert a keyframe, and then I'm going to make the text. Are we even going to bother? Oh, this. I'm going to check it to red, and then right click, insert a keyframe, and I have to click on here, and I'm going to have maybe blue, and then this one, right click, insert a keyframe, click in here, choose my color, yellow. That'll do. Back to scene 1. I think this is it, folks. I think this is it. Control Enter. Yay! Choo choo choo. That's your first animation, folk. We won't even have it stopping and starting with a button. This is just our first one. Alright. Hand in the Swift, please. Bye.